2 mile time trial prepping for a sub 19-minute 5K. So how did it go? How's it going, runners? My name is Justin Thompson. I'm your average running PT, and I help the average runner achieve their own personal elite status. If that's something you guys are into, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button and click the bell so you know when the next video comes out. So it's taken me a second to get this video out because, well, the GoPro footage that I got, for whatever reason, my computer was like rejecting the files or something. I'm not real sure what's going on there. So instead of bringing you the GoPro footage of the actual run, you got me sitting here talking head telling you how the run went. So I apologize. I will try and figure out what's going on with that, and maybe I can get some of that footage up later. But let me give you a quick little debrief as to what went on in that 2-mile time trial a couple of days ago. So I went out to the track. This was a very spur of the moment, impromptu, you know what, let's see what I've got kind of run. I literally ate lunch, and then as soon as I finished eating lunch, I was like, let's just go run and see how this goes. I just made the decision, we're going to do a 2-mile time trial. Let's see if I can maintain the pace that I want to be able to maintain for a 5K for 2 miles. And I like to do this. I've done it. I did it before a previous 5K as well, just to see, you know, where am I at and how am I actually feeling through the 2-mile point. Also, it gives me a chance to test out my pacing strategy. And so on this run, kind of a familiar story, pacing was terrible, you know, just like it typically is for me. So, you know, kind of breaking it down, I get excited for whatever reason. I get really excited in that first lap. And instead of running 91 seconds like I wanted to for that first 400 meters or quarter mile, I ended up running in 84. And, you know, for whatever reason, I just bust a gut in that first lap, and it sets me up with, you know, just a little extra lactic acid built up early in the run, and now I'm kind of in trouble for the rest of the run. So I think that if I can dial that first lap in again, I think it's going to be much, much better. But what was good is that I figured it out on the second lap. I kind of kept a steady pace the rest of the way, kept about, you know, 6-minute pace or so. Ended up running 5 minutes and 55 seconds for that first mile. Obviously that's too fast for the first mile, but all of that came from that first lap. So I got there and I was like, okay, my goal for this run is to maintain 6:05 pace for the entire run. So I was like, okay, so I'm starting to feel a little bit of the effects of that faster mile, especially once I hit about the 1.5 point. And then once I hit that 1.5 point, the legs started to tie up a little bit. I started feeling that lunch. And that was what really started slowing me down. Yeah, my legs were tired. Yeah, they were tying up a little bit. Yeah, the lactic acid was there. But feeling like I was going to see lunch for a second time, that was what really made me kind of slow things down and really just try and get through the run at a total of 12 minutes and 10 seconds, which would be my overall pace that I want to maintain for the whole 5K later this week. So when I got done, I went through in 12:09, which was right under that 12:10 mark, and I was happy. I was pleased with it. Was I pleased with how I felt? No, not at all, but the thing was, I wasn't prepared the way that I would have prepared for an actual race. So the fact that I was able to run that 2-mile time trial in 12:09 and that was under not ideal conditions. There was also a lot of wind in my face. Obviously I'm running in circles, so it was to my back some of the time too, but I just wasn't really ready for that. And I just, you know, I was not prepared. I wasn't well hydrated. My nutrition obviously was bad because I ate a big lunch about 30 minutes before. So, you know, the conditions were not ideal. And so here I am sitting here a couple of days later and thinking, you know, I'm okay with how I did on that run, even though my pacing was bad. That's why I do it, because I want to feel what that pace is like. And now I think that I've kind of got that drilled into my head a little bit. I'll probably go out tomorrow and hit one lap on the track just to feel it again, so I know where I need to start. And then I'll be going out to on Thursday to do that 5K time trial with my team, with the team FTC. So I'm excited about that. There should be some other people there that I might be able to run with pacing wise, and hopefully we'll be shooting for that sub 19-minute 5K. 6:05 pace is what should land me right around 18:55, if I can hold on. So obviously I can do it through 2 miles. Can I continue that pace through to a third 0.1 mile? Okay, we'll see. I'm excited to give it a go, and I feel like I'm fit, like I'm in shape. All I'm trying to do this week is trying to somewhat recover and get ready for that run on Thursday. So today I did just a little 20-minute session on the treadmill and then a few plyometrics just to keep that spring going in my legs. But I don't want to burn my legs up by doing too much volume or doing too much intensity. So I'm just kind of taking it easy for right now. Tomorrow, so I'm filming this today on Monday. Tomorrow, Tuesday, I'll probably do like a 35 to 40 minute run, just real easy, light stuff with maybe a couple of strides at the end. And then Wednesday, I might take it to another 20-minute run, real easy, and then do kind of like my dynamic warm-up kind of thing to just kind of keep a little bit of that movement and flexibility and mobility going through my hips, ankles, knees, all of that. And then I should be pretty fresh, pretty ready to go for my harder effort on Thursday. So that 5K time trial effort coming up Thursday should be exciting. So I'm excited to see how it goes. I'm probably not going to take the GoPro with me. 2 reasons. One, it's going to be dark when I run. It'll be early in the morning, so taking the GoPro to film in almost pitch black, I mean, there will be lights on the track, but I just don't really feel like carrying it with me because I really want to focus on my effort and not have to think about, oh, let's start the button, let's start the camera. And I apologize for that. I just don't have anybody else out there that could do the filming for me. As for nutrition, I've done really, really well with doing a banana with peanut butter before a hard effort like this. I definitely won't be eating a big meal. I will probably, first thing when I wake up in the morning, I will drink about 24 ounces of water just to get that in me. And then I will put down that banana with peanut butter probably an hour before the race. And I know that seems kind of close, and I might stretch it out to an hour and 10, hour and 15 minutes, but it's not a large meal, so I want to make sure that it gets in me and it's still in there and ready to provide me the energy that I need. The water comes first, though. I've got to get that water in me so that my muscles and tendons and everything's all lubricated, ready to go. So looking forward to that run, looking forward to giving you guys the debrief on that as well. So wish me luck on that 5K time trial coming up on Thursday. Another thing, I just crossed 1,000 miles that I have run over the last year. So since January 1st, I have run a little over 1,000 miles. And this may not be a ton for some of you guys out there, but for me, this is a milestone. I've never run 1,000 miles in a year, at least not that I'm aware of, or not that's been tracked, obviously, since I've only owned a GPS tracking watch for a year. And what that shows me is that I have been consistent over the course of the last year, and this is a huge improvement for me because consistency with my running has been the hardest thing for me. And obviously heart rate training has been one thing that's kind of helped me with that. I haven't been injured, I haven't been really burnt out or anything like that, so it's been much easier for me to get out there and run every day or most days of the week. So that's something that I'm pretty proud of. hopefully next year I can build on that a little bit, maybe get up into the 1200, maybe even push into the 1500 mile range. So I mean, it's early December, so I still got a little bit of time to put in a few more miles. But I expect actually that after this 5K, I'm gonna dial it back and probably take a few weeks to kind of recover and then start building back, maybe toward a half marathon in the spring. We'll see. I haven't made those decisions yet. I'm probably gonna have a goals video at some point late in this year to try and figure out what is the plan going forward for 2021, as far as we can plan with COVID preventing a few things right at the moment. So we'll see. But anyway, excited about what's going on later this week, excited about what's coming in the future. So head on out there, seek your elite. God bless, and I'll see you next time.